Here we are again. Good news all round and good to see you back here for another chance to cruise away. A whole half hour of holiday planning from the comfort of your own home here on Gecko. Now, our amazing team have been scanning the routes on hundreds of cruises and looking for itineraries that really ticked the bucket list of Aussie cruisers. And we've come up with 3 examples of trips to get you really excited for next year. We'll be welcoming back Voyager of the Seas back to Brisbane late next year after a few years away for a full summer season with us. We'll also be taking a double cruise on another mighty Royal Caribbean ship for next December. Ovation of the Seas will take us on a Japan and Vietnam odyssey later. Our first offer, though, takes us on a very relaxed trip around Asia on a 28-night cruise of Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, the Philippines and more. And we'll be cruising with Holland America Line on her Westerdam ship. We'll fly from Sydney on the 6th of November next year to Hong Kong, where we'll have a 3-night hotel break before we join the ship. What a phenomenally fascinating city Hong Kong is. The more you find out about it, the more you must go and see it. 3 nights is just perfect, you know. They've kind of got everything going on in Hong Kong. What a wonderful, bustling city, and yet it's old meets new as well. So you can have some very, very authentic back-in-time experiences and then, you know, sort of come face to face with the latest skyscrapers in the city. Fascinating time you'll have there. There's the Avenue of the Stars in Victoria Harbour. You can take head to the Peak tram as well up to Victoria Peak for the most epic views across the city. Pick up lots and lots of souvenirs, of course, and enjoy the symphony of lights every evening. Now, after a few nights there, it's time to cruise. We are 28 nights on board now with Holland America on the Westerdam. Now, Holland America, very, very laid back cruising, all about relaxing, all about enjoying the experience of cruising. So, you know, you're not going to find a theme park on top deck. You're going to find lots of spaces for you to relax and enjoy the finer things in life, like phenomenal food, like great activities as well, actually. Holland America really do invest massively in terms of immersion and experiences while you're on board. There's things like America's Test Kitchen, where they have hands-on workshops there, so you can be part of a cooking show and learn some new skills at the same time. They've also got something called Exploration Central as well, which is a program on board designed to make your trips just that little bit more engaging as well. So you've got presentations from guides there about the destinations that you are heading to, lots more information that you will be able to take in along your journey. You've also got great music entertainments on board. Of course, they love their music on board, very musical ships indeed. So you've got things like the B.B. King's Blues Club on board, which is a great place to enjoy the best of Memphis music on the sea, which is incredible. They've got an 8-piece band there as well in the Queen's Lounge, specialty cocktails in there. You can drink a Rock Me Baby in the evening in BB King's, which is rather lovely. They've got the Lincoln Center stage as well, which is where some of the live entertainment happens. The most incredible entertainment, actually, of an evening. And I'm not sure if you'll be quite as familiar with it. I think it's an American sport, but pickleball at sea seems to be a big, big thing on the Westerdam as well. They've got pickleball courts there with views from the top deck there. You can join a tournament, learn the very basics if you want to as well. They do lessons. Lots of updated bars on board, the most incredible dining. Included dining, so much of that. You've got dive-in, of course, by the pool. You've got 24-hour room service, which is included in your cruise fare, which is lovely. A nice specialty dining as well, like the Pinnacle Grill, which is the wonderful steakhouse at sea. So let's start our cruise. We'll be very familiar with the ship, 28 nights in all. We've got a day at sea, and we head into Kai Lan, which is Halong Bay in Vietnam. Emerald green seas here, thousands of lovely limestone islands, all topped with rainforests here. The most incredible sea kayaking you can do here. Day at sea, and we are into Chiang Mai for Hue, where you can take the trail on the Son Tra Monkey Mountain, visit the Lady Buddha, or head to the nearby Marble Mountains here. I'm sure there'll be lots of souvenirs there. A day at sea, and we are in Nha Trang. This is a lovely resort city, wonderful towers here, pagodas as you see there in the top picture. The Vin Pearl Park and the Dam Market have all the traditional foods and goods there for you to shop for. Next we head to Phu Mai, which is one of the ports into Ho Chi Minh City, so lots of tours there to go in, maybe for a Mekong Delta cruise into the Cu Chi tunnels maybe. Ho Chi Minh is well worth seeing itself, beautiful. Day at sea, we're in Cambodia, in Sihanoukville. Lovely coastal port, over 100 temples and very, very famous beaches here. Lovely tropical islands and mangrove jungles in the Ream National Park. Next we head to an overnight, so 2 days here in Laem Chabang, which is the port for Bangkok in Thailand. So there's lots of experiences you can have here over 2 days. Visit the temples, the Wat Po, the reclining Buddha. There are over 50,000 places to eat here in Bangkok, so you'll not be spoilt for choice at all. Koh Samui is next, and you can head to the very, very famous Koh An Tong National Park here. You can kayak on the Emerald Lake. Again, wonderful temples all of the way through. Ride the islands on a slow boat as well. Day at sea, and we are into Singapore. We're here for the day, so maybe take that opportunity to wander around the gardens by the bay. Maybe just take a flight on that Singapore flyer that you see at the bottom right of your screen there. It looks wonderful. Day at sea, and then we are back into Bangkok, the port for Bangkok. We're here again for an overnight, so 2 full days. I think being in this part of the world is brilliant because you really can experience Bangkok by night as well, because it's a very, very different affair by night. So fascinating. And again, shore excursions galore in this part of the world. Day at sea, and we're back into Phu Mai. So another opportunity to head into Ho Chi Minh City here, which is very bustling actually. Very, very nice indeed. But there are tranquil parks there, peaceful pagodas, and lovely timeless alleyways too. Next we head into Kota Kinabalu, which is in Malaysia, northwestern coast of Borneo, actually the world's 3rd largest island. So a really rich arch scene there, and you can see the wonderful wildlife park there at Lok Kawi as well. Puerto Princesa, we're in the Philippines now. The Immaculate Conception Cathedral brings lots of visitors in actually for the big masses there and the choral singing. But you've also got the Palawan Butterfly Ecological Garden there and so much more. Manila, the capital of the Philippines, overnight here, so 2 full days. Very volcanic as you can see there with lots of views, but also very bustling in Manila as well. Soaring skyscrapers, big shopping malls there. Or heading to the oldest neighbourhood, maybe, into Intramuros, which is founded in the 16th century. So lots and lots of history, old and new there, before you disembark in Hong Kong for your flight back to Sydney. My word, just take in that itinerary for a second. Good Lord. There's a lot to see here. I love the fact, very much always a highlight on any sort of Far Eastern cruise is a stop into the port for Bangkok. To have 2 stops of 2 days there is absolutely incredible, because it means that you don't miss a thing. You can do all of the highlights. In fact, people have often come back from a cruise holiday having done an overnight in somewhere like Bangkok and chosen to do a full holiday in Bangkok just on the basis of their couple of days visit, which is a lovely thing to do because these cruises do give you incredible ideas along the itinerary. So what an incredible holiday and cruise itinerary. So this is for November next year. 32 nights in all, the flight from Sydney to Hong Kong included, a 3-night stay in a hotel there, and then that incredible 28-night cruise with Holiday America on the Westerdam across the Far East, the Philippines and Malaysia, back into Hong Kong, the transfer from the port to the airport, and then your flight back to Sydney. Have to tell you as well, the price tag needs stepping up right now. You can put a deposit down on this today of around about half of this cost to lock in the price right now. Something else you can do is also split the cost of this holiday down by 6 or 12 payments with Travel Pay Later as well, which is absolutely superb, which means actually you pay absolutely nothing right now. Let's have a look at the upgrades on board, because of course our offer is based on an interior on the Western Am. There are your prices to upgrade to ocean view, to balcony, or for the suite. And bear in mind, when you're looking at the upgrade prices, you're on board for 28 nights. So it's well worth treating yourself to a bigger stateroom, one with a view of the ocean, or one where you can open the doors and enjoy the fresh air out on your balcony on some beautiful parts of the world. Or maybe go all out for the suite. Maybe say, right, okay, that's it. I've reached a part of my life where we're celebrating, maybe you're leaving the world of work behind, celebrating a big anniversary, a big occasion. This would be a great honeymoon as well, wouldn't it? Doesn't have to be the first one either. This could be an excuse for your third honeymoon. What an amazing price tag, and you can put a deposit down on this to make it happen right now. The number you need, by the way, if you want to speak to our amazing team with over 25 years of cruising experience, it's 1300 407 687. That's a toll-free number as well, and we are here right the way through the week. 1300 407 687. Never be afraid to call us. It's free, it's no obligation, and there is no such thing as a silly question. I promise you that. Right, let's switch cruise lines now for the rest of this show, and we're about to welcome Voyager of the Seas back to Brisbane for another season at the end of next year. But first, we go to the mighty Quantum Ultra class with Royal Caribbean for a double cruise next December. We'll fly first on the 1st of December from Sydney. We're going back over to Hong Kong again, and we're going for a 3-night hotel stay again in Hong Kong. They have an awful lot for you to enjoy in Hong Kong, and it is great to be in a hotel and staying over for a few nights because of an evening. The Hong Kong skyline really does light up. They have a nightly laser show there which projects designs onto the buildings. So if you head to Peak Tower, you can get the best views there of what happens. And there are incredible hot tourist destinations for you to go and explore while you're in Hong Kong as well. You can travel around very, very easily by tram. And if you want to escape from the crowds, head to the Nalian Garden, which may well be that one there, and just enjoy the peace and tranquility there. Then it is time for us to cruise. And here we are on Spectrum of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. Incredible ship, absolutely incredible ship. Part, of course, of the Quantum class, but this is the Quantum Ultra class. So this is Quantum and more. So much excitement for the whole family as well. You've got the Seaplex that you just saw there with the bumper cars going on, with roller discos going on. You've got exciting dining experiences while you're on board. You've got indoor tranquility areas like the solarium that you see there. The most incredible artwork all the way across the ship. I have to say, you've got kinetic sculptures, there's an art gallery, there's these sort of electronic artworks which show a blossom falling. There's all kinds going on. And the dining on board is just incredible. In fact, Spectrum was tailored for this part of the world to the Far East. So incredible specialty dining. You've got the Wonderland restaurant by Daedong there, which has some just unique culinary experiences. Talking of culinary experiences, there is everything you could ever want, from the smartest specialty dining, which is, just based on one part of the world, be that teppanyaki or steakhouse, to the biggest choice you have ever seen on a cruise ship buffet offering in the Windjammer, where you can literally eat your way around the world. You are going to love this ship. If you've got the family with you, they're going to love the activities that are on board. There are lots of live activities that you can get involved in, things like karaoke, live game shows, but there are also lots of places where you can just escape and enjoy just a lovely, peaceful cocktail to yourself. Or you can be running around, skydiving, you can be up there in that pod on the North Star there, getting the best views across the ocean, you can be surfing. There's so much you can be doing on this ship. It is ridiculous. And you've got lots of choices because we've got 10 nights on board. Of course, we are setting off from Hong Kong on this cruise. And so we've got our first day at sea. In fact, we're taking 2 cruises here. And the first port is Okinawa, Naha. A very relaxed island vibe here, lovely sunny skies, clear blue oceans, and just beautiful sights to go and see nearby. I'd love to go to the aquarium. Ishigaki Island is next, a very small town here. You can enjoy the fresh seafood. There's the wonderful 19th century authentic houses and gardens that you can go and wander there. Great time to see the gardens as well at this time of the year. Day cruising, and we're coming back into Hong Kong, so we've got an extra day there, but we're setting off on another cruise, so you might just nip into Hong Kong, do some extra shopping or sightseeing, maybe a day at Disneyland possibly before we cruise on, a day at sea into Chiang Mai, which is Hue, actually in Vietnam, Hue and Da Nang as well actually, which was the old capital city of Vietnam once upon a long ago. Beautiful history in this part of the world. Nha Trang is next, known for its 6-mile palm-lined sandy beach and the clear turquoise waters here. And you can just spend a whole day just relaxing at the wonderful beach at Nha Trang. A day at sea, and we're back into Hong Kong for the final time this time because we are going to leave. We'll transfer you to the airport for the flight back to Sydney. Again, a lovely, lovely itinerary where you get to see a little bit of Japan, plenty of time in Hong Kong, some wonderful exploration of the ports in Vietnam as well, and we have taken care of everything along the way. And we can book this today, even though this is for next December. We're back in plenty of time for Christmas on this one. We can book this for a low deposit today of just $400 each. And that will include, I mean, this is ridiculous. The price I'm about to give you for the package is your flight from Sydney to Hong Kong, all sorted, all included. 3 nights in a hotel in Hong Kong, all included. 2 cruises, you'll double cruise on Spectrum of the Seas from Royal Caribbean, cruising Japan and Vietnam. And then, of course, at the end of the cruise, the second cruise, you'll transfer from the port to the airport in Hong Kong and the flight back. All of that over 2 weeks with Royal Caribbean, pretty much one of the biggest names in cruising across the world. With a $400 each deposit today, the holiday is yours with so much included for this price here, which is exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. And I'll tell you why as well. It's testament to the most incredible relationship that CruiseAway and Dreamlines, our parent company, are based all over the world. So we have the most enormous buying power with the cruise lines, with the airlines, with the hotel brands, and with tour operators around the world. And that means we can unlock the very, very best deals for you. Now, if you want to upgrade while you're on board Spectrum, let's have a look at the prices for that. So to go up to Ocean View, up to balcony, or up to your suite with Royal Caribbean, and honestly, the Royal Caribbean ships are amazing, full of activity. I personally would say you'll spend very little time in your accommodation. It's about this, you'll go there to sleep, and you'll go there to transfer from day to night. You know, when you've been out enjoying the pool or the destinations during the day, you come back, you get changed, and then you'll start a very, very full evening of things to do on board the ship. Now listen, you can be as busy or relaxed as you want to on the ship. That's the great thing about Royal Caribbean. I mean, you can be surfing and skydiving, or you can just be horizontal in the solarium or in the spa. It's completely up to you. Call us right now if that ticks the boxes for you. Toll free 1300 407 687. And don't forget, we are here on Gecko every single day with new CruiseAway shows every day at 10 a.m. in the morning and 1 and 4 in the afternoon. And there are even more shows than ever before right now. Now, let's go back to Royal Caribbean for a second, because it has been a few years now since their ship Voyager of the Seas called Oz home for a season. Well, she's back next December doing a full season of 3 to 9 night cruises out of Brisbane to the South Pacific and Queensland. And our next offer features that cruise that welcomes her back for the very first time, actually. It's 19 nights all told, and we're bringing Voyager back from Singapore. But we'll fly first from Brisbane over to Bali for a nice relaxing 5-night stay there. Why not? I mean, and we never say no to enjoying zen, peace, quiet, tranquility in Bali. It's incredible. Such a spiritual place, so many wonderful, wonderful areas to go and explore while you're in Bali itself. Of course, you've got you know, the wonderful beaches and no end of beaches. You've got the amazing just way of life, the warm welcome, the way everything just moves at a slightly different pace. It's a great way to start your holiday. 5 nights, sheer relaxation, enjoy, unwind, decompress, get ready for the next part of your holiday, which is flying from Denpasar over to Singapore. And welcome to the hustle and bustle of Singapore for a 2-night hotel stay. And you know what? There is so much, as I'm sure you know, that there is to do in Singapore. Why not enjoy the Botanic Garden there and the super trees of Gardens by the Bay? It's got to be done, hasn't it? But there's also the massive Masjid Sultan Mosque there as well to go and explore. So much to do there in Singapore. And then it's time to cruise. And here she is, Voyager of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. The Royal Caribbean ships, by the way, are for absolutely everyone. People quite often say to me, okay, there are some cruise lines which cater just for a younger crowd. There are some cruise lines that cater for a slightly more mature crowd. You know, which is the right cruise line for me? Royal Caribbean is the right cruise line for absolutely everyone watching this show right now, because whether you're enjoying the parades there, with the kids, whether you're enjoying live music, whether you're seeing the big production shows, whether you're going surfing on the surf simulator, there really is something for everyone. If you love a party, Royal Caribbean is brilliant for that. If you love peace and quiet, Royal Caribbean is great for that as well. They have an ice rink on board. You can watch shows at the ice rink. You can skate on the ice rink. You can get involved with everything while you're on board these ships, and that's the great thing. It's a wonderful ship, mid-size for Royal Caribbean these days, of course, because, you know, these days Royal Caribbean are bringing us the biggest ships in the world. So this is kind of mid-size, around about 3,000 passengers or so, and just perfect for this cruise. Now, we're heading out for our 12 nights of cruising, of course, from Singapore, and we're bringing Voyager back to Brisbane. 2 days at sea first. We're going back to Bali, actually, for a little trip into Benoit. Lots of experiences here. Maybe go to the Turtle Conservatory, paddle through the lush greenery of the quiet mangrove forest. Again, lots of different choices. Couple of days at sea, and we're here at the top end in Darwin. Cullen Bay Marina is here. You've got the Museum and Art Gallery of the Northern Territories, of course. You've got the World War II history and the Indigenous art all on display there up in Darwin. Couple of days at sea into Cairns. Of course, you can head straight into the Daintree Rainforest here. Kuranda is not far away. You can head on the Skyrail Cableway or the Scenic Railway here as well. Masses of options. Airlie Beach is next. We know why Airlie Beach is such a popular port, of course, because it's right on the doorstep of the reef, of course, itself. Amazing coffee there, incredible beaches, of course, as well, and you can take a dip into the Airlie Beach Lagoon. We finished the cruise in Brisbane because that is then Voyager's home port for the season, and we have welcomed her back in style. So a wonderful 19 nights and a nice mix in this holiday as well. Love this. So you've got that lovely zen relaxation as you fly over to Denpasar and have your 5-night stay there. Relax, enjoy, fly on to Singapore, have a couple of nights there in the hustle bustle of Singapore, and then you've got your Voyager of the Seas cruise back to Sydney via Bali, the top end and the reef ports, coming back into Brisbane, of course, because that is where she will be home porting. Of course, if you need to get from Sydney to Brisbane, we can get you there, no problem whatsoever. Just talk to the team. Deposit on this one, just $500 each, and your price tag, and you'll be the first, remember. You'll be the first, and there is a whole season when Voyager gets back on this cruise into Brisbane, a whole season of cruises on Voyager. So get booking those. You'll find them all on our website at cruiseaway.com.au. Now, if you want to upgrade on this cruise, let's have a little look to go up to your balcony or your ocean view or your suite indeed. There are all the prices. And as I say, it's going to be pretty exciting to have Voyager of the Seas back with us here in Oz, doing those sailings out of Brisbane, and quite a nice variety of itineraries actually, you know, from a couple of nights taster cruise, there are South Pacific cruises, there are other Queensland cruises you can take with Voyager as well, starting when she gets back at the beginning of December. She'll be with us for a whole season, which is lovely. So if this one ticks the box for you, call us right now on 1300 407 687. Or if you want to go and have a look at the other offers, just start searching on our website for Voyager of the Seas from December in 2025, and you'll start seeing all of the cruises there. Now, listen, if you are new to our shows here on Gecko, we are here 3 times a day, every day, and the rest of our shows are on our YouTube channel as well, so you can go and watch those on demand 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But if you are new to us as a business, here's who we are.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
Have to say as well, there are so many things going on in the world of cruise right now. It is ridiculous. So if you've loved the adventures in this show, there are many more to be had. We're daily here on Gecko at 10 in the morning and 1 and 4 in the afternoon. But as I say, the rest of our shows are on our YouTube channel for you to watch as and when you want to. For instance, Princess Cruises have just announced their massive Europe 2026 program of sailings, and it's so exciting. I've got quite a few shows that are actually dedicated to that. And make sure, by the way, that you are signed up to our Facebook page, because in between making the shows, there are other hot offers and there are other flash sales and things that will pop up from absolutely nowhere. So make sure you go and find us on Facebook. Of course, we're CruiseAway Australia. We can keep you up to date with the very hottest deals as they happen. But there never has been a better time to go and cruise the world, put low deposits down today on big adventures, spread the cost of the holiday, and that means your adventures can be bigger, bolder and brighter, and you can book much further out than ever before as well. We're now starting to book into 2027, whenever that may be, with low deposits right now. Listen, thanks for your company. Don't forget, of course, if we can help you with any of our offers, call us toll free 1300 407 687, and come back very soon for another fabulous show here on Gecko, where we take more dream fabulous holidays and cruise away again. Mind how you go.